Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a Screenwriter's Rant and a final video for this evening. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. Hollywoke, another novel. Sequel to Wokistan, a novel. Also available, the Pineys, books 1 through 5. South Jersey horror comedy at its best. Number 6 coming sometime in the spring. All right. We're taking a look at, you ready, doggy? News of the World. New trailer. It's a movie coming out on probably Netflix and theaters. I don't know how that's going to work exactly. Starring Tom Hanks. Apparently, Tom Hanks is a guy. I don't know. I don't remember them doing this in the Wild West, but he goes from town to town and reads the news. That's his deal. And he brings all sorts of newspapers with him, and on his trails, he runs into a girl who was, I guess, taken by the Indians, and then eventually returned to him to return to her family, who, her family was killed, her immediate family was killed, and then he's trying to find her kin, and then for some reason everybody wants the girl. From the director of Captain Phillips, The Bourne Ultimatum, and United 93. The Bourne Ultimatum. Was that the second one or the first one? The first one's great. Love the first one. I don't know about the sequels. Anyhow, it looks pretty epic, in terms of a Western. Tom Hanks doesn't have much of an accent in this. He's supposed to be from Texas. It didn't sound like he's from Texas, but better that he not try the accent if you can't really make it work. He just looks like Tom Hanks with a beard. And, it's pretty classic Western. A guy with some skills, bit of a loner, with nothing to lose. Here he is finding a girl and reading a note they sent with her. This is pretty epic. That's a nice shot. It's a nice shot. I'm sure it's, modified with CGI, but that's pretty cool. You can see they're coming into town. There's livestock and ramshackle buildings from that time period. And here he is trying to teach her to eat with a spoon, but she's not very civilized because she's been living with the Indians all this time. There's some intrigue which they don't really get into in the trailer. I don't really understand what the deal is, but they want the girl, of course. And it's post Civil War, and I guess he used to be a Confederate. Was Texas in the Confederacy? Texas was independent, right? So it's kind of weird. I don't know. Tom Hanks' politics might not jibe with this. Who knows? Who knows? I don't think this can be woke. It's hard to make the Wild West woke and still cool, because it's got like a lot of shootouts in this and a lot of corruption, which seems pretty cool. You see some bad guys here, clearly bad guys. You could just tell, and various things happening, gunfighting, and there's some more bad guys. I think he tries to buy the girl, and Tom Hanks gets mad. So it's sort of like a road movie in a way, and then here they are. A dust storm hits, and they gotta take cover. But she already knows, and then here he is reloading a gun. They're trying to kill him up in the thing. News of the World. So if I had to break this down, it's probably like first act. He travels around. He reads the news. However, I'd never heard of that before. But he reads the news and gets paid or does whatever he does. Then he's off to the next, it's probably a statement about how people absorb media, and he's an honest broker of that media because he's the protagonist, obviously. So then he gets out in the woods, and then this kid's dumped on him, and he figures out, oh my God, we got to find your family. And first he doesn't want to be bothered, but he feels he's an honorable guy. He feels obligated to protect her. So by the end of the first act, You know, it's about them trying to get back to civilization, and then they get there, and the second act is about him trying to find her family, trying to track them down, and as he does, some kind of secret which they don't reveal in the trailer emerges, and then everybody suddenly wants him to give up the kid. They're chasing him. He's trying to track down her family, and finally it culminates, like westerns do, usually in a gunfight, where Tom Hanks sacrifices himself to save the girl, would be my guess. But who knows what happens at the end. News of the World, kind of not a very westerny title. You know me, I'm a big title guy. I wouldn't have called it this, but I think it needs a better title, something that evokes the Wild West. I don't know. So it feels a little boring, but this is a quality movie because, the cast, you got Paul Greengrass directing and the screenplay by, and Luke Davies. So these guys know what they're doing. So I think it'll be a decent flick, with Tom Hanks. So February 10th. So I just recently tried to cancel my Netflix and my cable provider are fighting over who actually charges me. Neither one of them want to admit they charge me. So I either have free Netflix for some reason, or I got to cancel it through my credit card, or I guess. I don't know what's happening. But I'm trying to get out of Netflix, but if I'm still in it February 10th, maybe I'll watch this movie if I get some time. It's not like a must-see movie for me. It looks okay. Looks like it's going to be kind of long, because the trailer felt a little long. I mean, it was 2.5 minutes, but, doggy. All right. That's it for me and Doggy tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Watch out for the snow if you're in South Jersey. Otherwise, stay warm, and we'll see you next time.